They get their thoughts on me might just be the best bet.
Going out the door. It starts here.
It's a lot of people.
I know!
It's a lot of people.
Have you ever lied to people you love? Actually, have you ever had a movie night? I have a friend, Mandy. You might know of him. Mandy will do this thing sometimes where he takes a movie his friends want to watch, mess with it until it is no longer a movie, and just not tell anyone he did that.
How can you do this? This is outrageous.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
The fun is in seeing how long it takes before people realize they're being lied to. His works can vary from targeted attacks on individuals to general crowd displeasers, but one trait all his works share is that they all quickly devolve into YouTube poop.
Who they give birth to, I think.
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
like that.
I'll give it a true.
This is what we refer to as the Gaslight edit. One of my favorites is the time he just took some Christmas movie, found a part where a character is supposed to wake up from a bad dream.
Because at this point, they'd probably be impossible to find.
And that is the last you see of the movie you were watching. The rest of The Grinch plays in its entirety. The Grinch wakes up at the end of every edit now.
No way, this was the Grinch's nightmare.
I am a huge fan of this old, obscure Hot Wheels movie. I actually bought a VHS copy of the series off eBay a while ago. Turns out, it was ripped straight off of Cartoon Network back in 2002, commercials and all. There are some cuts in here that are wildly different from the DVD version, which I think makes it lost media? That whole story was a lie. What I actually did was rip the DVD copy, edit the hell out of it, burn it to tape, and screen it to a bunch of drunk friends. That eBay story is what bought me the leeway to pull stuff like this.
There's nothing more painful than watching your child read. Visit our website at games2learn.com.
And to not have everyone immediately call bullshit. You would not believe what people will just accept when you commit it to physical media. Even when things do go sideways, most people tend to make up stories that explain how things could possibly be this fucked. A corrupted VHS, a rogue TV editor, anything to rationalize what's happening. Because if it's not a corrupted VHS or a rogue editor in 2002 for Cartoon Network, the only other explanation is that your friend somehow found a way to re-edit a movie, change its sounds, replace its music, retime its shots, remove or reconfigure plot points, create effects, sentence mix.
A shortcut. Cut short. Cut.
This behavior makes no sense. Surely no one has the time to do something like that. Nobody has that many worms in their head. Surely not. You learn a lot about your friends when you show them Gaslight edits. You get to see what their personal trauma response looks like.
Here's my other question. What was the earliest edit?
Bro, there's stuff happening like 3 minutes into episode 1.
Yeah, no. Likewise, they learn a lot about you. They learn that they can't trust you anymore. It's funny because sometimes my friends will give me the benefit of the doubt and I get to punish them for it.
I want you to know that I had to go and literally check and make sure this wasn't a gaslight because I was like, the gameplay was that bad that I was like, there's no fucking... I was like, it probably is real, but I have to go and look at it because I have to make sure I'm not going to get fucking gaslit and do it in interesting ways.
Right.
Like, fuck. So fucking mad. So fucking mad.
It's so personal, too. It's awesome. Like, it's not just that you got. It's that the thing that got was made for you. And it took hours, days, maybe even weeks to put together.
I'd actually watched the original like pretty recently at the time, but the way it was framed was so deviously plausible that I would actively recognize differences and still accept them. And I just kept asking myself, what the hell reason would they have to keep adding these edits? It was a bit like going to a cabin in the woods with a bunch of friends and realizing just after the point where we could have all left that the host brought us here to kill us. Like, was it for legal reasons? Did some weird executives mandate these for clarity? I found myself writhing on the floor, cursing people I previously considered friends with dire and specific harm. I cried. I ended up apologizing to my therapist, my fiance, and my God.
One time I made the horrible mistake of confiding in my good friend Rio, who I trust, that my dad watches the Hobbit movies regularly. I am intimately familiar with the Hobbit trilogy. I do not like the Hobbit trilogy. The shark smells blood in the water. Weeks later, they make me watch E3 2012. But when this dragon flies on screen, they splice the entirety of a Smaug action scene from The Hobbit into the video with no breaks.
No!
Twice.
Tear my skin off if I keep. Fuck off! Fuck off!
And the second time, they made it even longer. But like, I couldn't tune out. I knew how much time was put into this spiteful joke at my expense. I was obligated. Nobody is allowed to leave when these get sprung up on them. That's the rule. Michael's Law. Joker's trick. Honor amongst Steve.
When Julian makes his video on Terminator Resistance.
So why am I telling you all this? My friends and I have been hurting each other with these for years at this point, and every time I am struck or counterstruck like the video game, I wonder what this would be like if it were scaled up. How would the people respond to a Gaslight edit? I couldn't just release an existing edit. I'd be sued into the crust of the earth. I'd have to make something new, something tailored to a crowd, something that I won't get into legal trouble for distributing. I've been trying to crack this for years. Longtime viewers have probably seen hints of it in other works of mine.
Of exclusive footage.
In the video game, this information.
I kept coming back to this. Like, there had to be a way to adapt this kind of experience to a crowd. There had to be. And then I got with the fucking E3 edit.
And brings a level of immersion that gives you as close as possible to becoming a character in the game. Move has offered the most diverse gaming experience since his launch 2 years ago.
And once I was done watching Smaug burn a city twice, once the haze had cleared, I realized that Rio, creator of said edit, just gave me my answer. It had to be MagFest. It had to be, because MagFest is the only gaming convention that doesn't sleep. It's the only convention where you can get something signed by a famous voice actor in the morning, and then in the night get drunk and watch Fesh Pince with 100 other cockroaches quoting the video in unison. A conference edit. At a gaming convention where sobriety is unlikely. It was perfect. So, I secured a spot for Saturday at midnight, which is peak microbial hours. However, there was a problem. I had not begun editing. This was because, I'm not going to make a fucking edit and then be told no. I wanted to wait until we had secured a spot, but also, I didn't know where to begin. Nobody has ever made an edit for a large audience before. The whole reason I wanted to do this was because it was uncharted territory, but that's scary. This was not a controlled environment. I didn't know how people were going to react. Hell, I didn't even know if they were going to show up. I couldn't do this alone. I needed to ask for help. And worse yet, I already knew which microbes to ask. Rio, E3 2012 author, and Emily, co-conspirator of several edits past, multiple directed at me specifically. Basically, I offered them the opportunity to just do what they did to me again, but with more collateral this time. This would be a culmination of all our worst ideas distilled into a singular abysmal dog shit tailored specifically to the crowd of MagFest. This still leaves the question of what to actually work with, though. Again, pick the wrong conference, and I don't know, people might not even show up. We watched a ton of old E3, A1, G4 broadcasts, eventually landing on Sony's E3 2010 presentation due to there being multiple versions we could combine and manipulate.
Put it up. Ooh. When we look back at this year, 2010, it will most likely be remembered as the year that PlayStation brought authentic 3D to the industry.
Lots of material to work with. Now, a lot of people make edits. Everyone's got their own style, but when I put one together, I like to start small. Changes need to be believable, because if you blow cover too early or people catch on, they're less likely to feel confused and betrayed. We start with the tiniest things. A vine boom layered into a trailer hit, a CEO's voice pitched up just a little.
Along the way, we've been continually introducing unrivaled gaming experiences.
An obscure PlayStation peripheral nobody remembers, meticulously modeled in Blender and added to a presenter's name tag.
Enhanced authenticity it brings to Tiger Woods PGA Tour.
I didn't expect anybody to catch on to these, especially in a crowd setting, which is the point. The first real risk would be the Killzone demo. Sony set up a 3D projector in the auditorium and gave 3D glasses to everyone in the audience for Killzone 3's live 3D demo. We also planned on handing out 3D glasses. That didn't do anything. I took the footage, shifted it to the side, set it to 50% opacity so it looks like how 3D looks when you aren't wearing the glasses, and then I made it lag a whole lot. Friend Sam told me this was too far, too early. And I didn't listen. One of the nifty new features of DaVinci, the editing software I use, is its ability to isolate vocals from music. Obviously, I used this to replace music in the presentation.
Please welcome Jack Tretton.
But there's this part midway through the show that's incredibly boring, where Andrew Wilson, current CEO of EA, hobbles onto stage and shows off PlayStation Move integration with Tiger Woods.
Thanks, Peter. We're really excited about...
I kept rewatching this part, trying to figure out how to cut it down so we could just move on, when I realized...
That's not bad, right?
The audience applause was fake.
Oh, but power count.
This game plays golf clapping when you swing the club. Nobody in the audience was enjoying this either. I bet if I could just get the applause out, it'd be...
And we saved par here today on the par 4. Little shaky there at the outset. We all forget about the mulligan, right? So
it would be pretty good. So the way these work is there's usually a moment where the reveal happens and then the gloves go off. The question sort of transitions away from what can we get away with and into how insulting can we make this? Just how low can we sink? The reveal itself had to be insulting, confusing, and disarming. It needs to feel like a waste of time and a clear indication that we have left the bounds of E3. For this, we deployed iDog. iDog is immediately followed by the most embarrassing ad PlayStation has ever produced. Friend Sam also insisted we include a rat moment. So there's a rat moment. There's a lot of bullshit, but probably the biggest gamble in this whole thing was saved for last. By this point, we were firmly in performance art territory, but I was really scared to include audience participation. Because what if people don't participate? The crowd could hate this. It is so distinctly possible that this goes over really badly. I mean, the whole point is that we are lying to them. Do you like being lied to? I don't. Unless it's funny. But at the same time, we knew that the finale had to be the biggest, loudest, dumbest bit out of anything in the edit. And I don't think there was any better way of trying to accomplish that than by involving the audience. If they played along, it would be really funny. If they did not play along, it would unfortunately be really funny. By the time the edit was ready to go, MagFest had almost arrived. I think it was like 24 friends and colleagues who were going to MagFest were enlisted to help. They would be our plants. Their job is simple: direct the crowd. If the E3 audience claps, they clap too. If a game gets teased, they're the first to cheer for it. The less interesting the announcement, the more noise required. Sorcery on the PlayStation Move was going to be a big fucking deal. Plants would be distributed semi-randomly throughout the panel room with the goal of influencing as many attendees as possible. None of the plants had actually seen the edit, but it'll be fine. As the deadline approached, the edit was submitted to MagFest for approval, the plants were given a date and time, a Keeley fit was thrifted, a VCR was sourced for the event, and a single problem remained. What do we actually tell the attendees? Like, every edit has a lie to create believability, a sort of false pretense. But for Mag, it was a lot. We needed people to feel like they were in on the joke, even though, you know, the joke was on them. We needed something that would prime the audience, set parameters, set expectations for what the energy was going to be like going in. So we gave them a half-truth. Here's what I put together. This is a public service announcement. Every year, I take a pilgrimage, a holy expedition to the MagFest, an event I've taken to calling the only good gaming convention. I'm here today to tell you about my cool and awesome panel, E3 2010 Live Viewing Roleplay, Saturday, midnight. At 00 hours, I will begin screening my own personal VHS recording of E3 2010, committed to tape by my father while I was at school so I wouldn't cry about missing the video game show. In this panel room, it is 2010. Step into the past. You are encouraged to behave as if this were a live viewing. 3D TV is the hotness. As such, 3D glasses will be distributed at the door. I got 100, but I don't know how many people are going to show up to this thing, so you should bring your own. You do not want to miss out on this. Welcome to the next generation of gaming. The future is now. Gaming has entered the third dimension. Jack in. Also, if you just want to say hi, look out for the lanky bastard dressed as a Burger King employee or a Sex FM staff member. You should go to the panel, though. If they announce a new Twisted Metal, I'm going to shit myself, dude. You know what? I'm kind of just tired of making jokes. You know, I'm over it. Here's some advertisements.
Hi guys, I made a second channel and it's awesome. I just it's cool. You gotta subscribe. You gotta check it out, guys. It's so cool. You gotta check it out. So. 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will. I'm not afraid, to take a stand, everybody, come take my hand. I walk this together through the storm. Is your wall so boring it practically leaves you snoring? Come on! Not anymore! Hi, I'm mentally disturbed. Hi, I'm mentally disturbed Harold, and I've broken house arrest to bring you a brand new line of innovative products. Introducing the incredible new Stick and Smile, the bodacious new vinyl-coated sticker you can put anywhere you like. Just stick, press, and skadoosh. The Stick and Smile's specially engineered adhesive rear surface perfectly sticks to almost any surface and stays on tight. It even resists water. Stickers come in one of 5 custom fabricated illustrations and look great on any accessory. Folder looks like dog shit? Stick and Smile's got it. Look, other products cost lots of money, and I didn't even draw that. But you can get your own cool-ass sticker for the low price of $4. But fucking hold on! If you log on to My Cool Store now, you'll also get access to a limited supply of cardboard cutout props previously used in videos. Available for purchase now! Just pay shipping and handling and the whole price and tax probably. Each package comes with at least 3 popsicle stick props, except for the miscellaneous one, at least 1 sticker, and a personalized handwritten certificate of authenticity. Hundreds of drawings made over the course of a year and a half, all available online right now for just 1 easy payment of $35 plus shipping and tax. But wait! Visit My Cool Store right fucking now and we'll double the offer. And we're not stopping there. We're dividing that offer in half. That's right. We're multiplying, then dividing that offer. That's 3 or more popsicle props, 1 or more stickers, and a handwritten certificate for just $35, with individual stickers also on sale, $4 each. Here's how to order. Visit my-cool.store now to buy my awesome shit online. That's my-cool.store. This video has no sponsor. I'm launching this instead. If the launch doesn't go well, I will probably shit myself. See store for details. Click now! Hey guys, I kind of feel like making jokes again. I've had a change of heart. I'm gonna make some more jokes now. Thanks for sticking around.
It's rolling now. This wide angle lens. How do I always lose everything?
Is that a dead body behind you?
Yup! Wallet, phone, water bottle, supplies. Let's go.
Try to get their thoughts on me might just be the best bet.
Are you going to the panel?
Yeah, we have a lot to do.
Should I go with you guys?
If you want to help, there's a lot I can do.
You need help.
I would love help. I'm going, by the way, just like in case we use any of this, like, you know, behind the scenes, whatever the fuck.
I am so fucking wasted. Where is...
And then meet us at panel room 6. Is it not ready yet?
They're not done yet. Fucking shit, fuck. I need to know where you're gonna be. I'm gonna wait. It's okay, just, we're gonna be around here. Okay, can I go to the bathroom? You can piss and shit and come. So we're in the weird, awkward position that the other panelists have not yet wrapped up, and we really need to be in there setting shit up. If they're still around 45, then I hate to say, we might have to start like, or we might have to like fucking storm the Capitol, dude.
For documentation sake, it's currently what, January 4th?
Fuck
2021.
You. There's people. Do you know where hotel staff is?
No, they said that they were going to send someone.
I feel bad because they're having a good time. And I don't want to stop their fun. But we fucking need to get in there. Julian. Hi. Not to freak you out. Oh, fuck you. It's absolutely gonna be full. Everyone that's sitting there, there's a queue that goes up to the bathroom I just came from. No, they are not all here for this. Your panel is over. New kill zone. I need people to do a head count for everyone in the line. We need to know how many people we're on.
Hey, right now, there's no way it's not full. Going out the door. It starts here.
Get ready. It's a lot of people. I know. It's a lot of people.
They told me that this was the year of 3D TV. I really hope that Skyrim comes out soon.
3, 2, 1. Don't record any of that. That is legally binding. You don't have to dance too. This is gonna be fucking crazy.
Yeah, we're just sitting here.
Brother.
I hope they now D3 2011. That'd be sick.
They would never.
They might. I don't know.
Like that? Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you. Are they yelling Kermit?
There are far more than like and being like, hey, anyone beyond this point, you're probably not getting in. And the other panel finished late, so we had to set late.
What you think of E3 2010?
2010, 2010, 2010, 2010.
I need someone who's good with live sound.
Oh, do you want that?
That's not. We're not getting any audio from our input.
It's already a little bit past midnight. I can't wait for E3 2010. Oh yeah. Hey everyone, welcome to Sunday.
Yeah, I think you plug this in and set the input to B, and that'll...
Do we have anyone designated to hand out glasses of Thor? Ready, let's go.
Can I do it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I can do it? All right, good luck, man. Who's ready for E3? Let's go! We're good!
Hello, everyone. And welcome to E3 2010. I'd like to give a thank you for everyone to coming. This is a really special event. I'd like to give a special thank you to Colin in the audience for helping to provide gear to make this possible. Stand up, Colin. A round of applause. Now, before we begin, we just need to take care of a couple housekeeping things. Just in case anyone is unaware, we're going to do a real quick recap of this particular copy of E3. When I was a child, when we're talking 12, 13, my dad recorded. Shut up. I was at school and I wanted to see the game show, and I cried when I didn't last year. So, my dad, out of the kindness of his heart, overrode Inspector Gadget 2. I know, I'm sorry. To give us E3 2010. That's basically it. I'm writing off of prompts here, but bear with me. Stage fright is fucking crazy, dude. Now, since we're short on time, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the presentation here. I'm going to set this up, I'm going to put it into a real VCR, and we're just going to go from there.
No, for real. You heard about that new HD DVD? I think that's gonna take off. Wait, what's that? You don't know about HD DVD? No. Bro, it's like a DVD, but it soars.
The 10 Live Spotlight on Sony is brought to you with limited commercial interruption by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
E3 Live Spotlight Sony. The clock
It felt weird to just press play and sit down for a while, like I was giving up control of the panel. But yeah, that was the stated point of the panel, so... At this point, my job was basically to sit down and let it happen. I would only intervene if things went really wrong.
There always are. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's it. We're going to start the conference, so that's enough. That's enough.
wasn't pretending to hand it. That was his third grade.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jack Tretton.
Wow, check out this stage. I feel like I'm at a U2 concert.
Not a bad start. Not that I was too worried. We are just getting warmed up. There are some nuclear bomb type bits waiting for these people.
And what PlayStation did for Blu-ray, we're now ready to do it for 3D as well. It's that experience and content that will define.
All in all, there were 5 main things I was concerned about: Killzone, Sorcery, Golf, the reveal, and the finale. Killzone was up first.
Thank you, everyone. We are very excited to be here today to present this live demo of Killzone 3 in 3D. Now, since time is limited, we want to get straight into the action, so please welcome our producer, Steve and Heidi. Put on your 3D glasses, enjoy the demo of Killzone 3, and bear in mind, this is a live demo that consists of 2 sections. Enjoy.
Nobody suspected a thing. That's Killzone cleared. Next up was Sorcery.
You're going to see the kind of fidelity of my actions on screen that isn't possible with any other kind of motion controller. So enough talking. Let's play some Sorcery.
Not knowing what lay beyond, the young apprentice stepped bravely through a 1,000-year-old gateway into the fairy realm in vain hope of stopping the Nightmare Queen from covering the land in darkness.
So as we begin, I want to point out this fidelity motion
I can't believe that they shouted over a part that was intentionally made quiet and awkward. They barely had a chance to even notice it. They were practically gaslighting themselves at this point.
All right, that's better. My actions
I would say this is the most enthusiasm any group of people has ever shown for sorcery on PlayStation Move, but we haven't yet reached the rat moment.
Polymorph rat potion. So this will let me take the form of a rat, and it'll let me access areas that I couldn't get to in human form. Shake this thing up and there's a lines been sitting there. You'll notice the ball changes color to let me know it's ready. Give it back and drink. So you'll notice now as I look, if I access this color, I can use the area that's previously accessible. Other people that was dead with new types of gameplay with no exploration and skills.
Fucking believe the double vine boom drum silences the crowd like that. It was like a spell. I thought that like maybe they were getting suspicious, but
sending it through the fire, creating a firestorm.
Apparently not.
I have a powerful area of effect spell I can charge up.
Fairy magic, and that goblins are the least of the horrors beneath the ground.
Move technology in unique ways, and really a bit of a sneak peek into how we think next generation motion. Please welcome to the stage the head of
when did we put Papa John on the screen? I forgot we did that.
Thanks, Peter. We're really excited about PlayStation Move and for the enhanced authenticity it brings to Tiger Woods PGA Tour. Motion control, as you can imagine, is very important for our Tiger franchise. It perfectly recreates the feeling of swinging your golf club out on the course. So let's jump into the demo here.
Fuck.
Grab this.
They already look bored, and we haven't even started golfing yet. Fuck. At this point, I'm thinking we might be about to lose them. Not because of any bit, but because it's fucking boring.
I'm going to take it out around those trees. Hitting a draw wasn't hard enough. I'm now going to try and shape it around some trees. When you play golf, they always tell you to swing smoothly and slowly. Get it down towards the ball there. Get it up. Ooh. What'd I tell you?
Okay, this was weird. The audience seemed mixed on this part.
Okay.
Still. Probably not a disaster.
That's not bad, right? Oh, Mapalka. We didn't see that. My shoulders are limbered up, my hips are open, I am ready to go. Okay, here we go. About power now.
You've got to be shitting me. They were filling in the gap we created, reinserting the audience cheer that I removed as the entire bit.
Okay. The other thing you get to know about the move is it's about
I was so worried that people wouldn't participate that I didn't even consider what would happen when they did. I am so stupid! I was actually losing control here. I panicked.
Not going to go very well, but we're going to...
Guys, I just want to say real quick, the silence of this part is unbelievable. Do you guys think we can channel that? Replicate it here. When the golfing is done, you'll know we're good. Stupid fucking thing.
Now open up my stance a little bit.
I did not realize this at the time, but I had just created a try not to laugh challenge.
Here we go. Gonna take it back nice and slowly. Not so bad. All right, I'm gonna try and save par here for you today. The other thing, using the buttons here on the controller, I'm gonna give myself a little putt preview. Again, nice, smooth putting stroke. There we go. Get in the hole. And we save par here today. On the par 4, little shaky there at the outset. We all forget about the mulligan, right? So from shaping shots to swinging the golf club to draining a long putt, it's all enhanced by playing Tiger on PlayStation Move. The Move helps us to capture authentic sports motion with a one-to-one swing that you saw here today, and it's all in HD on the PS3. The Move functionality for Tiger will be available via PSN as a downloadable update when the controller ships this fall, and also available as a demo on the Move demo disc. So thanks very much, have a great show, and happy golfing.
Well, shit. That was the last hurdle to clear before iDog. These people were having a lot of fun. That was scary. All I could think about was the direction the next 30 minutes were about to take us.
Kill Zone 3, Sing Star Dance, Echo Clone 2, and iPad. And of course, there will be a variety of titles currently on the market that will support PlayStation Move. For example, titles like Toy Story 3, Tiger Woods, Heavy Rain, and Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition. Each of these will have a software update that will enable PlayStation Move functionality. And before I pass it back to Jack, I'd like to conclude with a video.
World premiere.
Break from the ads? If you tap now to watch a short video, you'll receive 30...
iDog moves and grooves to your beat. Rock, hip-hop, little sound.
It was unbelievable. For about 5 seconds, we had lost the crowd, but load-bearing iDog won them back instantly. And as soon as it's over, they just lock in. Like, they don't even question it. What the fuck?
All right, stay calm, man. I am.
Flying over the middle of the Rubel-Kali Desert, looking for some lost city in the sand. Next thing I know, plane's going down. I'm hanging like a rag doll at 30,000 feet, just trying to hold on.
And a plague on every corner. When half the city hated me, and the other half wanted me dead. He brought out my good side.
telling you war has changed. So you do what you have to.
You're not ready for this next bit, guys.
When no mortal dared stand up to Zeus, he did.
To Omaha. Pinned down on that godforsaken beach.
Queen, if I lay there, I'll maybe die. But if I get up, there ain't no maybe about it.
And one man broke through. Michael.
When the Templars murdered my family, when the whole bloody world's going crazy.
As you can see, with both 3D experiences and PlayStation.
So that was a lot. That was a pretty nuclear moment, right? No. We are only halfway through the screening, and you only know as much as I've told you. Here, from now on, I want you to experience what it's like not to know what's next. Fuck you.
But I'd like you to be the first to see the new campaign that kicks off later this week.
Bad.
did they know Lego Indiana Jones was the last one? How did they just know? If you want to see the entire panel, there will be a link to that at the end.
2, 4, 1.
Just moronic bits back to back. I want to skip to the finale, though, which, if you'll recall, hinges entirely on audience participation. That wasn't a problem anymore, but look at these people. Now, the problem now was that they were so into it, so enthusiastic, that I wasn't sure the ending was going to be enough for them. You know, when Riel makes an edit, they don't care if you feel like an asshole by the time you're done watching it. They think that's really funny. And it is. But I still don't enjoy being pissed off. Despite what the title may say, I do want everyone here to feel like they got something out of this experience, to not regret having attended. I wanted to give these people closure. And I was really worried at this point that just telling them to clap was not gonna cut it.
All right, bring the house down, guys.
Influences from what the successfully executed in the past. Disturbing creatures.
Game is powered by Namco. It's Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer. Remember that one? We're at Ridge Racer.
Check out Snoop Dogg. He's waiting to see if anyone's going to charge up on this trench here, trying to work with his teammates.
And I just want to say this place is the only place that makes the guys at Comic-Con look like Ocean's 13. Take a minute. Come on, that was...
Today, 97% of gay people play video games. 40% of them are women. And 89% of them are smoking hot. You ever wonder what the bottom of an Avatar shoe looks like? Well, bam! There it is.
Pardon me.
Désolé.
It's time. No.
Look.
They liked it so much they started chanting my screen name. I hated that.
Holy fuck. I had this whole thing planned. I don't even know what the fuck to do now. Holy shit, that was better than I could have dreamt it going. Thank you so much, everybody. Some of you are probably a tiny bit confused. Some of you are probably a tiny bit confused. Brief context. A friend of mine,
started doing this thing a few years ago where he would just fuck with people by playing a version of a movie that he didn't tell anybody. He had just changed.
Okay. Is that a dead body behind you?
Yup! Do we explain what a Mandy edit is?
At the end?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Then you will never, ever be able to release your own.
This is that.
I think that you should not go too far into detail about what you've already done besides Star Wars. Mention like the Mandy Star Wars one.
You're thinking like, just because the core audience knows about it doesn't mean that like it's forever, you know, it can't happen. It's just like, oh, well, people who've seen this will understand it, but then it's their job to spread it to other people.
Okay.
I don't think that ruins it.
Well, I don't think it ruins it. I just mean that you in particular. Like,
yeah,
the Grinch
I mean,
is
I would have
already
to do something different, right?
The Grinch is a watermark, so like...
Well, hey, I mean, here's the other thing, right?
So you've been enlisted. Here's how it works. When you get shown an edit, you become an insider. You carry the burden of knowledge, and with that comes some responsibility. Golden rule. Show, don't tell. To protect the experience of a first-time Gaslight, under no circumstances may you tell anyone what an edit is if they don't already know. You can enlist them with this video, but ideally they should learn what an edit is by being shown an edit. I realize that last part may be difficult unless you happen to know Mandy or I personally and can ask to be given access to something, so here's the deal. Option A. In the description, you can find a link to my edition of E3 2010. This edit was made for a crowd. It does not work unless you have like 50 plus people who can congregate in the theater together, which, if you do, please invite me. I do not recommend E3 for small groups. It is not a blueprint, it is reference material. Do with it as you will. Option B. I will be at MagFest next year. I will be applying for a panel. If I get one, bring a friend who hasn't watched this video. We're gonna ruin their life together.
Hi guys, my name's Derek and I'm here to read some stupid questions, I guess. If you had an animation studio and the freedom to make what you want, what kind of animation would you do?
I think I'm kind of a rarity in the creative field in that I'm not much of an ideas guy. I feel a lot more comfortable working with other people to develop their ideas or like being reactive in some way, as opposed to just hatching something completely from scratch. So if I did have fuck off money, I'd want to be an enabler. I'd want to throw money at risky projects I want to see happen.
Any cool and awesome album recommendations? With the rise of AI art and its exponential growth, how have you been dealing with the situation? Also, have you or any of your team been using AI?
I've been dealing with it by choosing to focus on things made by people that I care about. See also basically every video I've made over the past 3 or 4 years. No one I've hired has ever used it in their workflow. As for me, I've used it very occasionally, for instance, to clean up a low quality video or upscale an image if I couldn't find it in higher quality. Basically, I only touch it if it speeds things up without interfering with human artistry in any way.